Mhm. They have what's known as solicitation, the act or an instance of requesting or seeking to obtain something. Mhm. A request or a petition. Yes. The criminal offense of urging, advising, commanding, or otherwise inciting another to commit a crime. Yes. Convicted of solicitation of murder. Poor child. Solicitation is an inchoate offense distinct from the solicited crime. Yes. Under the model penal code, and we looked at that? Yes. A defendant is guilty of solicitation even if the command or urging was not actually communicated to the solicited person, as long as it was designed to be communicated. Yes. The model penal code. Oh. Now, also termed criminal solicitation incitement. Oh, an offer to pay or accept money in exchange for sex. Oh, come to find out, the prostitute was charged with solicitation. Soliciting, patronizing a prostitute, an attempt or effort to gain business. The attorney solicitations took the form of radio and television ads. The model rules of professional conduct place certain prohibitions on lawyers' direct solicitations of potential clients. Securities, a request for a proxy, a request to execute, not execute, or revoke a proxy. Furnishing of a form of proxy. Or any other communication. Now, when somebody decide to throw all my shit out on the street, yes. There was a solicitation, as in, you're going to get a piece of pussy, right, $100. And you'll come to find out that the solicitation, yes, is an inchoate offense, right? And the individual that defendant that's guilty of solicitation, even if the command or urging was not actually communicated to the solicited person, yes, as long as it was designed to be communicated. Now, there's no one in law enforcement that's been soliciting, yes, the whole concept of, well, why don't you just go in there, thrash the place, right? Uh, Bag up everything, throw it out on the front lawn so that Paul gets the message that he needs to get the fuck out. Now, Sheriff, this disorder training is terrorist training, and the solicitation, even though it might not have come from you personally, it might have been your dog. Your dog is yourself, and since the dog is yourself, you yourself can be tried for soliciting pooch. As long as you design the communication to be that you'll have to come the money after you do what I say, and you, well, I don't like it when people enter the residence of any person, right, with the promise that they'll be able to come the money after they. Well, exactly how did you plan on coming the money? You were going to have to pay somebody to. Now, these are called solar, yes, a residential lot, yeah, a small privately owned tract of land, yes. This term is sometimes found, especially in the plural form solar, as in old land grants in states that were formerly Spanish provinces or governed by Mexico. Now, I know another meaning for solar, solar panel. You remember the UVA, or maybe it was UVB? There's a reason why we use SPF on those that are volunteers, that special paintbrush that I'm having designed for those of you that like to have tan lines without having to wear a bikini. Yes. There's no possible way that somebody has large amounts of solar panels in big farms where they know that the electricity is produced is from the UVA, yes, or UVC. Could you find out exactly how solar panels convert sunlight into electricity? Yes. And then just put some satellites on some big solar farms and solar panel manufacturers. Somehow I think UVB does not produce electricity, considering the effect I've seen in the bodies of those that are on UVB. Now, for every solar farm and all solar panel manufacturers that use UVA instead of UVB, beep, 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 Why don't we just see, is somebody harvesting the UVB so as to amp up those individuals that are in the terrorist group of those that are solicited to destroy the personal property and quite possibly the individuals? With the thought that we could use both the sunlight to generate electricity and then anything that might be on the top of a solar panel that you do not see it, you don't see it. It could be the leftovers of the harvesting of the energy produced from sunlight. Now let's say, get me all the solar panel manufacturers throughout the world, and then get me exactly the electricity that's being produced 20 miles down. You don't want to miss anything. You know how healthy it is. I'm so excited to be able to get my rights enforced and file some of these lawsuits. And for every place that I find that a solar panel, yes, is not only generating let's go ahead. Yes,